Relax now. Flex into the place where you rest and let the day soften behind you. Close your eyes if you wish and notice the rhythm of your breathing. In and out, like waves brushing a quiet shore. Allow your shoulders to loosen. Let your jaw unclench. Let your hands grow heavy where they rest.
Ow.
Nothing is urgent. Nothing is demanding.
Ow.
This moment belongs to you. Feel the gentle atmosphere forming around you. Soft breeze drifts through a quiet evening, carrying the scent of wood smoke and warm earth.
Ow.
The leaves rustle in the distance, whispering secrets that only the night understands. You are safe. You are held by this quiet. And now our story today begins. Begins in a workshop, small and warm, where the air shimmers with heat from the furnace. At the center of this workshop stands a man, the Glassblower, his pipe glinting in the firelight. Molten glass gathers at the tip like honey, glowing orange, alive, ready to be shaped. Each breath he gives to the pipe spins the glass slowly, and as he turns it, the light scatters in tiny rainbows on the wooden walls. The glow hums like a heart, steady and calm. In ages past, glass like this was shaped into windows that told stories, Bible stories for those who could not read. Visions of angels and saints, gardens and rivers, creation and renewal. The colors spoke in a language of light. Here, in this quiet place, the Glassblower's glow is not just fire, it is memory, it is peace. It is the warmth that cradles your thoughts as you drift further into rest. The workshop hums with a gentle stillness, broken only by the faint crackle of the hearth and the low whoosh of the furnace-breathing fire. The boards creak but kindly, as though they too are sighing with rest. The air is warm, yet comforting, like being wrapped in a thick blanket on a winter night. The Glassblower turns the pipe again, his movements slow and patient. He is not rushed. Time bends here, soft as molten glass, stretching and flowing into calmness. Each rotation gathers light, and the sphere at the end glows brighter, a living sun in miniature. You watch as he breathes gently into the pipe, and the molten shape expands, blooming like a delicate flower opening at dawn. It swirls with color reds as deep as autumn leaves, blues like twilight skies, greens like moss after rain. The colors fold into each other, blending, softening, glowing. Inside the workshop, the evening air is still. Imagine stepping just beyond the doorway. Cool breeze brushes your skin, carrying the fragrance of pine and meadow grass. Above, the stars begin to appear one by one, winking through the fading light. The world feels vast, yet so very gentle. You can hear a nightbird call in the distance, low and soothing. Returning inside, you notice how the workshop holds a different kind of magic. Here, the glow of the glass is a lantern of peace, a soft pulse of light in rhythm with your own heartbeat. Each turn of the pipe, each shimmer of molten color rocks your mind deeper into rest. The world grows slower, softer, safer, and the story continues in the glow of glass and the warmth of fire. Listen closely now to the sound of the fire. It murmurs in the background, steady and calm, like a lullaby whispered in the language of embers. Each pop of the wood, each sigh of the flame, seems to draw you deeper into comfort. Imagine the warmth brushing your skin, not too hot, just enough to remind you of safety, of being cared for, of belonging. The Glassblower leans closer to the firelight, his face softened by its glow. His eyes reflect the molten sphere, as though holding a piece of the sun within them. His breath is steady, his motions deliberate, low, circular, patient. He knows the secret of the glass, that beauty comes not from rushing but from listening. Listening to the shape as it forms, listening to the glow as it guides him. And as you listen to, you can feel how the glow reaches you. In your mind's eye, it paints the air around you in gentle ribbons of color. Imagine the walls of your own room now glowing faintly shades of amber, sapphire, and emerald brushing softly across the space. The colors shift like water, never still, always flowing. You notice the way the colors match your breath. Inhale. The glow deepens. Exhale. It softens. With every breath, you are weaving yourself into the story, into the workshop, into the timeless art of turning fire into light. Outside, the wind stirs faintly, and you hear the leaves rustle like pages of an ancient book. They tell the story of nights long ago, When travelers would see stained glass lit by morning sun, their hearts lifted, their souls at rest. That same rest is finding you now, quietly, gently, through the glassblower's glow. The night deepens, but within the workshop, the glow feels timeless. You can almost hear the hum of centuries, the same hum that filled cathedrals when colored glass first caught the morning light. The same hum that echoed in the hearts of those who stood silently beneath stories told without words. The glassblower shapes with care. He lowers the pipe gently, rolling it across the smooth wooden rails. The glowing sphere elongates, shifting from a ball into a gentle curve, like a drop of honey stretching in the sun. His hands know exactly when to pause, when to breathe, when to let the glass rest. You watch as he holds the shape up toward the light of the furnace. And for a moment, the glass seems to hold both sun and moon inside, it bright and soft, fiery and calm. The colors flicker across the walls, dancing in patterns that remind you of ripples on a pond, stirred by nothing but the quiet breeze. Imagine those colors drifting into your own thoughts now, painting them in slow swirls. Worries fade like smoke dissolving into air. Memories soften like fabric brushed smooth. All that remains is a gentle glow holding you, rocking you, whispering you into sleep. The glassblower smiles faintly as though he knows the secret knows that what he shapes is more than glass. It is a window into calmness, a lantern guiding minds into rest. And so, in the warmth of this workshop, in the hush of this evening, the glow is not only his creation, it is yours too. A story written in color, told in light, carried in breath, and gently wrapping around your heart as the night continues. Feel now how the night outside has grown hushed, as though the world itself has settled into slumber. La 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 la. The stars are scattered across the sky like pinpricks of crystal, cool and steady, while the moon hangs low, pouring a silver calm across the earth. But here inside the workshop, the glow of fire and glass is warmer, softer, carrying you into a different kind of dream. The glassblower sets the pipe down upon its cradle and steps back. The molten glass continues to turn gently, spinning like a planet in its orbit. Its colors shift with each breath of the fire, flickering between gold and ruby, between ocean blue and deep green. He dips a wooden paddle into cool water, the sound hissing softly as steam rises. Then, with the lightest of touches, he presses it to the glass, smoothing its shape, guiding it into harmony. The sound is soothing, the whisper of water meeting heat, the sigh of fire meeting patience. As you listen, imagine that same harmony within yourself. The coolness and the warmth, the stillness and the glow, finding balance. Feel it in your body, the gentle warmth of relaxation spreading through your chest, down your arms, across your legs, settling into your toes. Every breath takes you deeper. Every sound draws you further into ease. In the distance, an owl calls. The sound echoes softly, folding into the night like a lullaby. You can imagine it perched upon a tall tree, watching over the land, keeping guard while the world rests. Its presence is steady, protective, timeless, just like the glow of the glass here by the hearth. And so the story moves on, like molten glass flowing into new shapes. The glow deepens now, softer than before, as though the glass itself has begun to slow its heartbeat. The furnace hums like a steady drum, but quieter, calmer, as if it too is preparing for rest. The workshop feels like a sanctuary, walls bathed in amber light, shadows stretching in long, peaceful shapes across the floor. The glassblower lifts the pipe once more, places his lips gently to the mouthpiece, breathing out in a long, steady exhale. You notice how even his breath carries the rhythm of patience, of calmness. With each breath, the molten glass swells ever so slightly, expanding like a bubble of dawn rising upon the horizon. The colors within it swirl soft spirals of violet and rose of emerald and gold. They shift as though alive, a quiet dance of light that mirrors the swirling thoughts inside your own mind. Watch as those thoughts, too, begin to blend, soften, dissolve, turning into nothing but colors, gentle and fluid, moving without weight. Imagine now that you are holding the glow in your own hands. Not hot, not heavy, just a ball of warm light, perfectly safe, perfectly soft. It hums like a lullaby against your palms. Cradle it close to your heart, and as you do, your chest feels lighter, as though 100 doors of peace have opened quietly inside you. Glassblower smiles faintly at this. He knows the gift of his craft is not only in glass, but in the calm it leaves behind. His workshop is not just a place of fire and tools, but a haven where stillness is shaped, where peace is blown into form. And in this glow, you drift further, quieter. Outside the workshop, the night has grown velvet dark. The stars shine brighter now, as though the whole sky has leaned closer to watch this gentle craft. Their light is cool, a perfect balance to the warmth inside. Imagine the air outside fresh, tinged with dew, carrying the scent of pine and distant rivers. The breeze drifts through the open doorway, meeting the heat of the furnace, weaving warm and cool into one soft harmony. The glassblower holds the glowing form up to the night air. One instant it feels as though he is holding a second moon, a smaller star glowing in his hands. The colors shimmer against the darkness: ruby red, sapphire blue, emerald green like jewels suspended in air. You can imagine those colors spilling outward, reaching you. They touch your forehead with cool blues, your chest with glowing golds, your arms with soft greens. Each hue eases another part of you, loosening, unwinding, quieting. Your body sinks deeper into rest, as though the very glow has woven itself into your breath. The glassblower sets the form gently into a cradle of sand, letting it rest, letting it cool slowly. The fire hums lower, the room softens, and the workshop becomes a cocoon of silence. And in this silence, you hear only the smallest things: the faint hush of night air, the distant crackle of cooling embers, the whisper of your own steady breathing. These sounds are soft, ancient, timeless. They guide you further and further into stillness. You know in this moment that the story is no longer only about glass. It is about light itself. It's about peace carried gently from fire into form and now into you. The workshop, now dimmer, glows with a softer radiance. The glass, resting in its bed of sand, begins to lose its fiery brilliance. What was once molten and bright now shifts into something gentler, still glowing, but with the quiet pulse of an ember after the fire has gone low. It feels like the room itself is sighing, settling into rest along with you. The glassblower leans back in his chair, his hands folded in his lap, eyes half closed. He does not rush the cooling, for he knows beauty ripens in stillness. He listens to the quiet, and you too can listen. The creak of wood as the night air settles into the beams, a faint hiss as the glass slowly releases its heat. The steady rhythm of your breath, flowing in and out, carrying you deeper, further. Imagine now that you are sitting beside him, close to the warmth but safe, peaceful. You feel the wooden chair beneath you, strong and grounding. You sense the glow of the glass nearby, softening your thoughts. The flicker of the remaining fire paints golden shadows across the walls, and you trace them lazily with your eyes. They move like gentle dancers, swaying slowly, calmly, without urgency. The glassblower opens his eyes for a moment and glances at the glow resting in sand. He smiles faintly, not with pride, but with quiet gratitude. He has witnessed the transformation of fire into form, of chaos into calm, and he knows that every creation carries with it a little piece of peace. And so, the night deepens further. The glow dims, but the calm it carries lingers, wrapping itself around you like a quilt of light. Safe, warm, endless. The night outside is now fully wrapped in silence. The stars wheel slowly across the sky, and the moon has climbed higher, spilling its silver threads through the open doorway. That pale light meets the faint glow of the glass, and together they weave a tapestry of shadow and shimmer across the floorboards. You can almost see the patterns moving, like gentle waves brushing over the wooden planks. The glassblower watches quietly. He knows the dance of light is not only for him, is for the room itself, for anyone who enters. For you sitting quietly in your own space, eyes growing heavy as the glow guides you deeper into stillness, his tools rest nearby, gleaming faintly in the firelight, the iron tongs, the shears, the paddles, all instruments of shaping, all now at peace, just as you are. There is nothing left to do. The work is done. The glow has been born, and now the night itself will cradle it until morning. You lean back in your chair, noticing how your body feels heavier now, as though you are sinking gently into the earth itself. Your hands rest loosely, your breathing flows easily, and your mind floats like a lantern upon quiet waters. The glassblower reaches for a woolen blanket draped across the back of his chair. He wraps it around his shoulders, the fabric whispering as it folds. The sound is soft, soothing, a reminder of comfort and care. Imagine yourself wrapped in your own blanket of warmth, protected from the cool night air, cocooned in peace. The fire settles into embers, glowing like tiny constellations in the hearth. They flicker gently, then pause, then glow again, steady as a heartbeat, guiding you further into calm. The embers glow low now, their light no longer sharp but soft, like the last blush of twilight. The workshop feels wrapped in a hush, as though the world itself has exhaled and slipped into rest. You can hear the faintest sounds, the quiet ticking of cooling glass, the slow crackle of wood surrendering to ash, the whisper of the breeze sliding through the open doorway. Each sound arrives like a lullaby, one note after another, carrying you deeper. The glassblower closes his eyes. His breathing is steady, deep, calm, and it fills the room with rhythm. You find your own breath aligning with his slow, easy, effortless. Inhale, pause, exhale, pause. With each cycle, your body softens further, melting like glass, finding its form, becoming fluid, becoming light. On the walls, the last strands of color shift faintly, like echoes of the glow. Reds and blues soften into muted tones, and the shapes seem to ripple as if remembering the molten dance they once held. You let your gaze linger on these shades in your mind's eye, and as you do, your thoughts dissolve into them, becoming part of their endless, gentle flow. Outside, the owl calls again, but more distant this time, as though even it has grown sleepy. The trees murmur softly in reply, their branches swaying just enough to stir the air. The night is alive, yet deeply calm, a perfect cradle for your rest. The glassblower, wrapped in his blanket, leans back into his chair. His workshop has become a temple of stillness, a place where fire and patience have written a story of peace. And now that peace seeps outward, reaching you, guiding you, toward your own quiet glow within. Imagine now the workshop scene from outside. Its windows glow faintly, a golden halo against the dark of night. From a distance, it looks like a lantern on the hillside, a gentle beacon shining for anyone who might wander near. The air's cool out here, touched with dew, but the glow that spills from within seems to warm even the quiet fields and trees that stand nearby. If you were to step softly through the grass, your feet brushing against blades still damp with evening mist, you would hear the chorus of the night crickets humming, the faint trickle of water from a hidden stream, the wind stroking leaves into gentle song. These sounds mix with the faint glow of the workshop, weaving together an atmosphere of peace so deep it feels endless. Inside, the glass rests safely, cradled in its bed of sand. Its colors are calmer now, fading slowly into the solid beauty that will last for centuries. What once burned with fire now cools into permanence. It is a reminder that even great heat and struggle eventually soften, eventually settle into something lasting and beautiful. The glassblower remains in his chair, quiet, thoughtful, breathing slowly. His eyes close fully and his head leans gently to the side. He is drifting, just as you are drifting, into the embrace of sleep. His workshop, his craft, his fire all now wrapped in stillness. You feel yourself carried along with him. The warmth of the workshop fills your chest, while the coolness of the night air brushes across your skin. Both blend together in perfect balance, wrapping you in calmness so complete that the edges of time begin to blur, and deeper you go. Into rest, into stillness, into the glow. The night is long, but within the glow of the workshop, time does not matter. The minutes stretch like threads of glass, thin and endless, weaving gently into a fabric of calm. You are wrapped in that fabric now, safe and warm, as though the glow itself has become a blanket around your body. The glassblower breathes evenly in his chair. His chest rises, then falls, each motion slow, each sound quiet. You can almost imagine his dreams forming already, dreams of swirling colors, of light shining through windows, of fire transforming into beauty. His rest is simple, and it invites you into your own.
The glass.
Cooling beside him no longer blazes with fire. Instead, it holds a steady glow, like a candle nearing its final hour, soft and tender. That glow reflects in your mind, and you can feel it at the center of your being, pulsing gently in rhythm with your heart. With every beat, the glow expands, filling your body with warmth. With every exhale, it spreads further, easing every muscle, every thought, until nothing is left but peace. Beyond the workshop walls, the forest rests. Trees lean into the night, their branches swaying faintly with the softest breath of wind. The stars continue their slow march across the sky, steady and ancient, watching silently. Even the earth beneath you seems to hum with stillness. A deep vibration of rest that holds you, protects you, reassures you. The glow, the fire, the night, they merge now, blending into one. And within that merging, you find yourself dissolving into the calm, no longer separate from it. You are the breath, the warmth, the hush of the night itself. The quiet deepens, like a river flowing underground, unseen but steady. Inside the workshop, the glow is dim now, but not gone. It lingers the way memories linger, the way dreams carry their light into morning. You can feel that glow inside yourself, softening every corner of your mind. The glassblower shifts slightly in his chair, the blanket slipping further around his shoulders. His head tilts, his breath grows even slower, and his body releases into the pull of sleep. He is not resisting. He allows rest to hold him. You too can allow yourself to be held, to trust that the night is here to cradle you, to carry you. The tools gleam faintly on the workbench. They stand as quiet witnesses, resting from their labor, waiting for the day to come again. Even they seem to hum with calm, their metal cooling, their edges soft in the low light. Nothing in the workshop asks for effort now. Nothing demands. All is still. Outside, a gentle mist begins to rise from the grass, curls around the trees, silvery in the moonlight, soft as breath on a window pane. The world feels softened, blurred at the edges, as though it too is falling into dream. If you step into that mist in your imagination, it would wrap you in coolness, brushing lightly over your skin, carrying the scent of earth and water and night. In this place, time has dissolved. There is no before and no after, only this moment of gentle glow, of quiet fire, of soft rest. And in this moment, you are safe. You are still. You are drifting deeper with every heartbeat, with every breath, with every quiet turn of the world. The night embraces the workshop fully now. The stars scattered like tiny shards of glass across the sky. They glimmer faintly, as if reflecting the work done here on Earth, echoing the glow that rests within the cooling form of glass. Each star feels like a companion, keeping gentle watch, steady and kind. Inside, the last whispers of the fire sigh into silence. The furnace is no longer roaring it. Breathes softly like a sleeping creature, its warmth fading, but leaving behind comfort. The air is neither hot nor cold now, but balanced, perfectly suited for rest. The glassblower's breathing has fallen into the same rhythm as the night. His chest rises, falls, pauses, then rises again. You notice how your own breath mirrors his. Each inhale feels lighter, each exhale emptier, as though you are setting burdens down one by one. In this rhythm, your body is free to melt further into rest, like sand settling at the bottom of a quiet sea. The glass itself has become still. Its colors are locked now into delicate swirls, captured forever reds, and blues that once flowed like fire are now frozen into place, waiting for the light of morning to reveal them fully. For now, they sleep too, wrapped in their own silence. The mist outside thickens, soft as wool, curling against the windows, dimming the moonlight into a tender glow. It feels as if the world is pulling a blanket over itself, preparing for the long dream of night. You two are under that blanket, cocooned, weightless, safe. So, the story continues, not with fire or motion, but with stillness and endless drift into the quiet glow of sleep itself. The workshop feels like a world apart now, tucked gently into the folds of the night. No sound disturbs it, save for the faint creak of the beams settling, the soft sigh of the earth as it cools. Everything is hushed, softened, serene. You can imagine yourself curled in a corner of the room, wrapped in the same blanket of stillness, feeling the glow seep into your bones. The glassblower drifts deeper into slumber. His hands rest open, palms up, as though still offering the world a gift, though his work is done. His breathing is slow, steady, an anchor in the silence. If you listen closely, you can hear that rhythm in your own chest, guiding you further into ease. The finished glass, resting on its bed of sand, seems to hold a secret glow within it still. Even cooled, it shines faintly, like a memory of the fire it once held. That faint light spills across the floorboards, pooling at your feet, brushing gently at your fingertips. You can imagine reaching out, touching it, not hard, not hot, but tender, like the warmth of the last ember of a hearth. Outside, the mist curls higher, pressing against the wooden walls, muffling the world. The forest is a shadow now, its trees leaning close, whispering lullabies with their leaves. A brook murmurs in the distance, soft as breath, its water flowing endlessly, calmly, with no urgency at all. And in this stillness, you realize that the glow is not only in the workshop, not only in the glass. It is within you, settled in your chest, radiating gently through your body, keeping you safe, keeping you calm, guiding you into the deepest rest. The night stretches on, but it does not feel long. Time here is soft, fluid, like melted glass before it hardens. Each moment seems to blur into the next, carrying you forward in a slow river of calm. There is no need to measure hours, no need to think of tomorrow. Only this glow, only this rest. The glassblower, wrapped in his blanket, has surrendered fully to sleep. His chair cradles him, the fire hums low at his feet, and his dreams drift with color. Perhaps he dreams of new forms of glass, spirals, blossoms, stars. Perhaps he dreams of windows catching the morning sun, painting the world in soft hues. Whatever the dream, it is quiet, kind, as gentle as the night itself. The finished glass cools completely now. Its glow has dimmed to a steady memory, resting in silence. Yet even in its stillness, it radiates a kind of quiet beauty, as though holding the peace of the workshop within its core. That peace spreads into the air, filling every corner and reaching outward, reaching even into you. Imagine the glow drifting into your breath. Each inhale gathers the soft light, each exhale spreads it gently through your body. Your arms grow heavier, your legs softer, your chest lighter, as though you are dissolving into the calm itself. Outside, the forest sleeps. The owl has gone silent. The mist has thickened into a blanket across the ground, turning the earth into a sea of silver. Stars float above it like lanterns, and the moon glides silently, steady and watchful. The night is whole. The story is whole. And within it, you rest, glowing quietly, safely, deeply. The workshop has become a cradle of silence. Every beam, every brick, every tool seems to hum with rest. Even the air is slower now, thicker with calm, carrying only the faintest warmth from the furnace. You can almost hear the silence itself, a soft, steady presence, like a hand resting gently on your shoulder, reassuring you that all is well. The glass blower shifts slightly in his chair, murmurs a breath, and sinks deeper. His blanket slides to his elbow, the fabric brushing the wood with a hushed whisper. He does not stir beyond this. His body knows it is safe. His mind knows the night will hold him. The glass, now fully cooled, is beautiful in its stillness. Colors locked forever within it, blue like midnight skies, green like spring leaves after rain, red like the heart of fire. These colors no longer flicker or move, but they seem to glow inwardly, as though the memory of their dance still lingers, quiet and eternal. Imagine standing before it in the silence of the workshop. You gaze into its depths and feel your own reflection soften there. Not the sharp reflection of a mirror, but a gentle one, like seeing yourself in water, rippled, glowing, serene. In this reflection, there are no burdens, no worries, only calmness waiting to welcome you. Beyond the walls, the world is hushed into dream. The brook sings softly, a lullaby only the night can hear. The trees stand like guardians, their branches swaying ever so lightly in the breeze. All of nature leans into rest, and you lean with it, surrendering, allowing yourself to be carried into the same quiet rhythm, and the glow remains. Within the workshop, within the glass, within you. The glow inside you is not a fire, not a heat, but a gentle radiance, the kind that soothes rather than burns. It spreads through your chest like a tide, rising and falling with your breath, until it touches every corner of you. Your hands rest heavier, your feet sink deeper, your head feels cradled as though by the very air around you. The workshop, though still and quiet, feels alive with a sacred calm. Every tool, every shelf, every bottle of colored sand has its place, each one a witness to years of craft, of patience, of artistry. They rest now, just as the glassblower rests, but they carry the memory of creation. You can almost sense them waiting for tomorrow, when the fire will rise again and new light will be born. But for now, silence, stillness, ease. Breeze drifts faintly through a crack in the window, carrying the cool fragrance of night. It brushes over the glowing glass, stirring the air into tiny currents, the way a lullaby stirs a child's dream. That breeze drifts over you too, wrapping you in its softness, whispering to your skin that it is time to let go. Imagine lying beneath a tree on a warm summer evening, the grass soft beneath you, the branches overhead swaying slowly. The stars peek through, winking gently. That is how the workshop feels now. That is how your body feels now, safe, grounded, watched over by night itself. The glass, the fire, the forest, the stars, it's one joins in harmony, guiding you toward a deeper place of rest. You need not move, you need not try. Sleep is already here, drifting closer as softly as the mist outside the door. Our story lingers now in that quiet threshold where waking and dreaming gently intertwine. The workshop has become more than a place. It is a sanctuary, a cradle of light and warmth. You can still see the last ember fading in the furnace, its glow like the heart of a candle, steady, unwavering, peaceful. The glassblower, seated on his worn wooden stool, breathes with the rhythm of the night. His eyes close, and his shoulders soften, surrendering to the same calm that surrounds you. He does not need to hold anything now, not the pipe, not the flame, not even the glass. He simply allows the night to carry him, the same way you can allow this moment to carry you. Above, the rafters hum quietly with the sigh of old wood, seasoned by time. They hold the weight of the roof, the memory of countless winters, and yet they remain strong, unwavering, a shelter. Beneath their silent watch, you are safe. Outside, the forest has grown hushed. The last bird has tucked its head beneath its wing. The leaves no longer stir, as though the whole world is pausing, waiting, holding its breath. You are part of this pause, this sacred stillness. And just when the silence deepens to its softest note, the moonlight begins to shift. It leans through the window at a gentler angle, scattering pale silver across the floor, painting shapes like dream shadows on the wooden boards. You trace those patterns in your imagination, slow and unhurried, letting your mind wander the way water drifts downstream. With each pattern, each shadow, each soft breath, your body drifts further and further and further into rest. Our story continues in a place where time itself feels softened, as though each second is padded in velvet. The workshop is no longer just a room with walls and windows. It has become a dream vessel, drifting gently across an endless sea of calm. You're inside this vessel too, held, supported, safe. The glow of the furnace has faded, yet its warmth lingers in the air, like the gentle echo of a lullaby. That warmth seeps into the wooden beams, into the tools resting in their quiet places, into the very air that fills your lungs. With every breath, you feel that warmth spreading, soothing you, wrapping around you like a quilt. The glassblower's last creation rests on the bench nearby. Even in the dimness, it catches the light, whispering color into the room's soft blues, tender greens, glowing ambers. They shimmer faintly, like the memory of sunlight caught in a droplet of water. The glass does not need to shine brightly. Its quiet presence is enough. You notice how the shadows play across the glass, how the shapes merge and dissolve, how each hue flows into another without edges or borders. And as you watch this slow blending, your mind also begins to blend, thoughts softening, edges dissolving, drifting into the smoothness of rest. Outside, the stars have gathered more fully. They scatter across the sky like tiny lanterns, guiding dreamers home. Their light is ancient, steady, patient. Some shine strong, some faint, yet together they form patterns that have been watched by countless souls before you. Imagine those stars above you now, watching over you too. Their glow soft and eternal. Here, under this sky, in this workshop of dreams, you are free to surrender. The night outside whispers like a lullaby, rustling through the leaves of trees, brushing softly against the shutters of the workshop. It carries with it the scent of earth, the coolness of dew, and the timeless rhythm of life resting in cycles. You can almost hear the grass breathing, the soil exhaling, the quiet chorus of the world preparing for slumber. Inside, the glassblower leans back in his chair, hands folded gently in his lap. His eyes close, not from weariness alone, but from a deep trust that the day has given all it needed to give. The glow on his face comes not just from the furnace, but from the peace of knowing that creation is enough, that beauty has been shared, that love has been shaped into fragile, glowing form. Imagine yourself in his place for a moment. The warmth of the chair beneath you, the faint scent of wood smoke rising from the hearth, the distant crackle, soft and steady, like 1,000 tiny voices whispering, "Rest now, rest now." The tools on the table are no longer tools. They are instruments of harmony, quiet companions of your hands, guardians of stories you've shaped. A deep breath fills the space, and then another, slower, deeper. Each breath is like the bellows that once fed the fire, but now they feed only calm, only softness. With each exhale, the glow within you spreads further until it mingles with the very air. The colors of the glass drift into your dreams, swirling, blending, glowing. They do not demand to be understood. They only invite you to feel their quiet music. A song of light, a song of stillness, a song that carries you gently towards sleep. And so, as the night stretches its velvet curtain over the village, the workshop becomes a sanctuary of silence and glow. The glassblower drifts in and out of dreams, yet the warmth of his craft remains alive, shimmering in the memory of the day. Picture the windows he once made, their colors catching the light of dawn, spilling rainbows across stone floors. Imagine standing inside an ancient chapel, the hush of prayers lingering in the air. And then the sun breaks through the stained glass, filling the space with dancing light. Those beams were never just colors, they were stories for the soul. For those who could not read the words of sacred texts, the glass spoke clearly. The blue of heaven, the red of sacrifice, the green of renewal, the gold of divine promise. In this way, glass became more than craft. It became voice. It became song. And in your imagination now, it speaks again, not with words, but with gentle feelings. Each hue is a breath, each shimmer a heartbeat, each glow a step closer to rest. Outside, the crickets sing in steady rhythm, a lullaby written before time was counted. The breeze slides through the trees, caressing leaves into a soft, shivering harmony. And as you listen, you may notice how your own body begins to echo this rhythm. Your breath steadier, your chest rising and falling with the tide of the night. Your muscles loosening, as if the world itself were helping you to let go. And in that release, you find space. A space wide and vast as starlight, a space soft and endless as dreams. A space where the glassblower's glow does not fade, it simply becomes part of you, lighting the way gently, tenderly, as you drift further inward. In the quiet sanctuary of your mind, the glow lingers like embers that refuse to dim. The workshop, though distant, seems to breathe around you, its warmth not bound to walls or fire, but carried within. The hum of molten glass, the soft turning of the pipe, the whisper of a flame, it all becomes a memory you can hold gently in your hands, like a fragile ornament. Now, imagine yourself sitting near the hearth, the last sparks of the furnace glowing a soft orange like tiny suns cradled in shadow. The air is scented with wood smoke and faint traces of heated sand, earthy and grounding. You close your eyes, and the warmth wraps around you, a shawl woven from firelight and silence. As you sit, a story unfolds not in words, but in images, colors, and feelings. A deep blue washes over your vision, cool and soothing, like still water under moonlight. Then comes a flush of green, vibrant and alive, reminding you of spring meadows and fresh leaves unfurling in the breeze. Next, gold spills across your inner sight, rich and radiant, like the first light of dawn spreading across the horizon. Each color arrives slowly, lovingly, as though it were painted by the careful hand of time itself. They do not rush, simply exist, waiting for you to notice, waiting for you to rest inside them. And as they swirl and mingle, you feel their gentle weight lifting from your shoulders. The heaviness of thought drifts away, replaced with something lighter, softer, calmer. You realize now that the glassblower's glow is not only light, it is release, it is surrender. It is the art of letting go, as colors dissolve into one another and you dissolve into peace. The glow deepens as though it has learned the rhythm of your breath. Inhale, and the colors expand, spilling outward like ripples on a pond. Exhale, and they draw back, folding inward, weaving themselves closer, softer, warmer. The workshop, the fire, the pipe, the molten glass, they are all part of the rhythm now. Joining you in the quiet dance of being and releasing, listen closely. There is a hush, the kind of silence that carries the faintest traces of sound. You might hear the delicate settling of cooled glass on wooden shelves, the sigh of a bellows resting after a day's work, or perhaps even the distant rustle of trees outside, their branches swaying gently in the evening breeze. All of it merges into a lullaby, sung not in notes but in feelings. The Glassblower once said, though perhaps he only thought it, that every piece he shaped carried within it a breath, a piece of his life, a fragment of his story. And now you feel that same truth in yourself. Every breath you take tonight shapes the glow within you, molding it into something tender and timeless. And so you rest in this stillness. The air around you thick with warmth, the glow cradling your mind in gentle swirls of blue, green, and gold. You sense how fragile and yet how enduring this beauty is. Like glass, it can shatter if struck, but in calmness, it shines with unmatched clarity. As your body loosens, your mind grows quieter, drifting deeper into this shimmering hush. You let yourself become the glass itself, transparent, luminous, and infinitely at peace. Imagine yourself now resting on a wooden bench beside the glassblower's furnace. The heat no longer scorches, it only comforts, like the soft embrace of a blanket pulled over your shoulders. The fire, once fierce, has gentled into embers, their glow pulsing with quiet life. They breathe in rhythm with you, a slow and steady dance of warmth and stillness. Beside the windows, night has taken hold. A soft silver moon pours its light through panes of glass, and each one catches it differently. One pane turns it lavender, another a soft blue, another still a warm amber glow. Together, they scatter the moonlight across the room, weaving a tapestry of shifting colors. The floor beneath you becomes painted in gentle patterns, and your eyelids, half closed, drink in the play of light. You hear in the distance the faint chorus of crickets. Their song rises and falls like waves upon a hidden shore, soothing, steady, timeless. You notice how sound and light blend together, the chirping weaving itself into the glow of colors, till you cannot tell where one ends and the other begins. The glassblower's tools rest quietly on their table, their shapes softened in the dim light. Pipes, shears, wooden paddles all asleep, waiting for another dawn, and you too feel the pull of rest, the call of sleep. Out. The workshop holds you as though it were a cradle. Its walls, its warmth, its silence, all wrap around you in patient protection. You are safe here. You are seen. You are slowly dissolving into calm, into something softer than thought. And as you surrender, the glow expands once more, gently, tenderly, inviting you to drift even deeper. Notice how your breath falls into rhythm with the glow. Inhale, and the embers brighten, glowing as though they lean toward you. Exhale, and they soften, retreating gently into themselves. You and the fire share a language now, one made not of words but of stillness, presence, of trust. The air is thick with the faint fragrance of warm earth and cooled glass. It is a smell both ancient and tender, a reminder of something eternal, the meeting of fire and sand, the shaping of rawness into beauty. As you breathe, that fragrance folds into your being, calming you further, reminding you of creation, of patience, of transformation. The bench beneath you is worn smooth by years of quiet use, and as you sit upon it, you feel its history beneath your fingertips. Each groove, each faint indentation, whispers of countless nights like this, countless sparks of fire, countless hands resting in stillness. You are part of that story now, woven gently into the rhythm of the workshop. Outside, a breeze stirs. The trees sigh in unison, their leaves rustling softly like pages of a book turned by an unseen hand. The sound drifts into the workshop through small cracks in the old wooden door. It mingles with the steady hum of the embers, creating a lullaby only for you. A lullaby stitched from earth, wind, and flame. The light of the moon tilts, shifting slowly across the room. Its silver touch stretches, crawls along the wall, then across the workbench, until at last it rests upon the glass pieces laid out there. They shimmer, faint but sure, their colors muted yet alive, each one a secret, a fragment of dreams waiting to be held. The pieces of glass are like frozen flames reds, that glow as if embers still burn within, blues deep as twilight skies, greens gentle as meadow grass kissed by dew. They rest quietly now, waiting, but when touched by fire again, they will awaken, softening into molten rivers, eager to be shaped. Imagine yourself leaning closer, your breath slow and steady, watching how the colors catch the moonlight. Some glimmer faintly, like distant stars across a velvet sky. Others seem to hold something more, a memory, a story, a song. They're patient companions, silent keepers of beauty, each piece carrying the possibility of wonder. The glassblower, calm and deliberate, moves as though in rhythm with an invisible melody. His steps are slow, measured, the way water flows around stones in a stream. He selects a shard of glowing amber, holds it to the light, and you notice how it changes with every angle, from deep honey to golden flame. He sets it gently aside, as though acknowledging its voice, its future place in the window he dreams of. Outside, the night deepens. The stars grow brighter, scattered like fragments of glass across the heavens. Their soft shimmer mirrors the jewels on the workbench, and for a moment, it is hard to tell where the workshop ends and the sky begins. The two worlds, the earthly and the celestial, fold together, weaving a tapestry of light, quiet, and wonder. You let yourself drift further into the stillness. The weight of your body feels softer, as though gravity itself has loosened its grip. You are light, as if you too could melt into color, flowing with the molten glass, becoming part of something timeless. The glassblower lifts his pipe once more, warming it in the heart of the furnace. The air hums with the faint, steady breath of fire, a pulse as ancient as the earth itself. He dips the tip into the molten pool, gathers a glowing sphere, and lifts it slowly as though cradling the sun itself. The orb glows with living light, golden and fierce, yet held steady by his calm, guiding hands. He turns it gently, rolling it back and forth, letting gravity stretch and shape it. With each turn, the glow softens, becoming less a fire and more a star at rest. As you watch, you notice how the heat shimmers around it, bending the air in invisible waves. If you close your eyes, you can almost feel it yourself, warm like a sunlit breeze brushing your skin. The gentle hum of the workshop surrounds you, a crackle of embers, the faint creak of wooden beams, the low, soothing sigh of flames. The glassblower hums softly under his breath, a tune with no beginning and no end, more vibration than melody. The sound wraps around you, tender and slow, guiding you deeper into calm. It feels as though the glass itself is listening, responding with each turn, each breath of air blown down the pipe. He blows softly now, and you can hear the faint whisper of air entering the molten sphere. The shape expands, blooming like a flower unfolding its petals in slow motion.
As the glow ripples,
its edges catching the dim lamplight, shifting from golden flame to gentle amber. The workshop becomes a sanctuary. Every sound, every glow, every breath part of a lullaby written in fire and glass. The glassblower sets the pipe upon the iron rails, rolling it back and forth with a steady rhythm. The sound is soft, like pebbles shifting in a riverbed. Each movement guides the glowing form into symmetry, coaxing it gently rather than forcing it. He leans forward, his breath calm and measured, and blows again. The orb swells, glowing brighter, as if it were breathing with him. You can feel the rhythm, tutha, inhale, the exhale, the expansion, the stillness. With each cycle, your own breath begins to mirror his, slow and unhurried. The orb stretches, becomes elongated, then rounds again. With each gentle turn, colors begin to appear first, a faint blush of rose, then a whisper of green, then a streak of sapphire that shimmers like water under moonlight. The colors swirl together, never clashing, always blending like clouds drifting across a twilight sky. The glassblower tilts his head, watching, listening, sensing something that cannot be named. In the stillness of the workshop, you hear the faint pop and crackle of the furnace. the occasional sigh of wind slipping through wooden shutters. These sounds do not intrude, they comfort like nature's lullabies, reminding you that the world beyond this room continues in harmony. The glassblower's hands never rush. His patience flows like water, unhurried, inevitable. Each touch of the pipe, each breath he gives, carries with it a sense of reverence, as though he knows this glowing form is alive in its own way. You watch as the sphere is lifted once more, its glow illuminating the lines of his face, his expression calm, serene, timeless. The light reflects in his eyes, pools of quiet fire. The story of glass is still being written. The glow rests in the dim air, soft and radiant, like a lantern born from breath itself. The glassblower pauses, holding the pipe steady, allowing the molten form to settle. His silence is not empty, is filled with listening, with respect for the fragile beauty he cradles. He lifts the pipe slightly, and the light shifts across the walls of the workshop. It paints rippling shapes upon the beams and bricks, dancing patterns that remind you of stained glass windows in ancient cathedrals, where sunlight told stories to those who could not read. Each hue seemed alive then, and it feels alive now, whispering through color instead of words. Outside, the night deepens. Breeze glides gently across the eaves, brushing the shutters with a sigh. You can almost imagine the trees leaning closer, their leaves murmuring as though they, too, want to witness the quiet act of creation within. The glassblower rolls the pipe again, smoothing the sphere, giving it symmetry, giving it grace. You notice how his motions are like a meditation, unbroken, flowing, circular. As your eyes follow the glowing orb, your thoughts soften, your mind untangles, and you begin to feel the same rhythm soothing you, drawing you further into rest. When he dips a tool into the light, it hums faint. Leah sounds so soft, so delicate, like a whisper of metal against flame. He touches the glass gently, and it responds with swirls, ribbons of color twisting into spirals that seem to turn endlessly inward, like dreams folding into dreams. And in this spiral, you too begin to drift, as though the glow is inviting you to follow it deeper, into calm, into warmth, into sleep. The spiral widens, unfurling like a seashell, like the gentle pattern of waves receding into the horizon. The glassblower's steady breath guides the molten shape, as if each exhale carries not only air, but intention, patience, devotion. You watch the glow shift from amber to rose, from rose to a twilight violet, blending at the edges like watercolor brushed across the sky at dusk. It feels timeless, as though the glass is holding a secret sunset within itself, preserved forever in curves and light. The warmth in the workshop lingers around you, wrapping your shoulders like a soft shawl. The crackle of the furnace is steady now, no longer fierce but nurturing, like the heartbeat of the space. If you close your eyes, you can almost imagine lying by a hearth, firewood snapping softly, shadows stretching long, the world outside hushed by night. The glassblower sets the pipe upon its stand, the glowing orb still turning slowly, drifting like a star tethered by thin metal. His hands rest upon the workbench, strong yet gentle, lined with years of shaping fragile wonders. He smiles faintly, not a wide grin, but the kind of smile that belongs to someone who has found contentment in craft, in the quiet magic of creation. The air feels slower now, heavier in the most comforting way, as if it's inviting you to settle, to rest. Your breath begins to echo the rhythm of his steady, calm, unhurried. Each inhale fills you with warmth. Each exhale releases the last traces of the day. The glow ahead shimmers softly, not demanding attention, but offering it freely, like a lullaby of light, encouraging you to float deeper into peace. The workshop is quieter now. Outside, the evening has deepened, shadows stretching long across the cobblestone street, the air cooling under a sky sprinkled with stars. Yet inside, the glow holds firm, a little sun suspended within glass, steady and unwavering. You imagine the people who, centuries ago, might have stood in awe before stained glass windows, their colors dancing in holy light, telling stories that words could not reach, stories of faith, of wonder, of hope, woven into panels of red and blue, green and gold, images painted with fire and breath. Those stories were not just for the eyes, but for the heart, for the soul that longed for beauty beyond language. The glassblower's piece now seems to whisper in the same waywardness, yet full of meaning. It feels like a story waiting to be read in silence, a song waiting to be felt rather than heard. And as you gaze at it, you sense a calm blooming within, as if the light itself is brushing against your spirit, smoothing away the rough edges of thought. The air smells faintly sweet, a hint of ash mingling with something almost floral, as though time has layered many evenings in this room, leaving behind the fragrance of memory. If you listen closely, you can hear the soft sigh of the bellows, a faint rustle of fabric as the glassblower shifts his weight, and perhaps the delicate hum of the glass itself, cooling gently like a star, learning how to rest. Your eyelids grow heavy, each blink slower than the last, as though they are mirrors to the spiral of molten glass unhurried, winding you further into the embrace of night. The night deepens, and the workshop begins to hum with a softer, almost invisible energy. You might notice how the quiet has its own music, the kind that doesn't need instruments, the kind you only hear when the world slows down enough for you to listen. A low, steady whisper, like wind brushing past old stone walls, or the tender creak of wood settling into its rest. The glassblower walks slowly now, every step unhurried, the soles of his boots pressing gently against the wooden floor. He moves as though time itself has grown spacious, as if there is no rush, no demand, nothing pulling him away from this moment. And in his stillness, you find yourself slowing too. The windows above the workshop hold tiny stars within their panes, scattered pinpricks of light from the heavens outside. The glow of the furnace flickers against them, like two worlds overlapping, one made of infinite constellations, the other of molten fire and glass. Both shimmer, both invite wonder, and both seem to speak the same language of light. You might notice, as you imagine yourself standing there, how the air feels heavier with warmth near the furnace, yet tender and cool near the door. In that gentle balance, you feel perfectly safe, perfectly content, as if this place exists just to soothe you. The glassblower lifts his pipe once more, though now his hands are slower, almost ceremonial. He gathers a smaller breath of molten glass, and the glow at the end is softer, gentler like a firefly caught in the hollow of twilight. It sways as he turns it, the orange light pulsing faintly, as if it carries a heartbeat of its own. He lowers himself onto a sturdy wooden bench, and with a faint hum, he begins to shape this smaller piece. His breath enters the pipe with such care, so measured, that you can almost hear the rhythm of his lungs arise and fall like waves upon the shore. The glass swells delicately, becoming a fragile sphere, a bubble of fire suspended between earth and sky. You may imagine yourself closer now, seated in a quiet corner of the workshop, wrapped in a soft blanket of thought and safety. The air smells faintly of warm sand and burning wood, and each time the glassblower exhales into his creation, you feel your own breathing match his pace. Slow, steady. In this shared rhythm, a harmony grows between you and the story. As if the glow of the glass is lighting not only the room, but the chambers of your heart, the corners of your memory, the tender places that need warmth the most. The sphere begins to cool, its surface turning from fiery orange to a gentler amber glow. He rolls it slowly across a smooth slab, and the sound is like the whisper of a pebble brushing against water barely there, yet enough to draw you deeper into the calm. The glassblower tilts his head, watching his faint reflections ripple inside the little orb. To him, it is not just glass, it is a memory, a vessel, a moment of light made solid. And perhaps, as you watch with your inner eye, you notice that it feels the same for you. This small globe seems to hold not only the glow of the furnace, but the glow of your own quiet heart. Outside, the wind drifts against the shutters, and it almost sounds like the night is sighing. Each sigh folds gently into the rhythm of the glassblower's work, till everything, the crackling of the fire, the hush of the breeze, the faint ring of tools becomes a lullaby, layered and soft. You may let your eyelids grow heavier now, as if they too are made of glass. Slowly cooling, gently closing, becoming smooth and still. The glassblower lifts the orb carefully, turning it slowly in the dim light. It seems to catch the glow of the furnace, the flicker of the candles, and even the shimmer of the stars that peek through the window panes. The little sphere is no longer just an object, it has become a mirror for the world around it. He holds it up to his face, and for a moment, his reflection bends within it, gentle and distorted, like a dream caught in crystal. He smiles softly, not with triumph, but with quiet gratitude. The work is never rushed, never forced, only guided, as though his hands are helping the fire itself find its form. A hush falls over the room, deeper than before, as though the night leans closer to listen. And in that silence, you can feel the stillness seep into you, wrapping gently around your breath, your shoulders, your thoughts. Everything is simple here. Everything is safe. The glassblower sets the orb down on a padded cloth where it glimmers faintly like a captured star. He steps back, wipes his brow with the back of his sleeve, and sighs. It is the sigh of someone who has walked far into the heart of their craft and returned with something beautiful to share. And as he rests, you too may rest, feeling the glow of his work settling inside you, like a lantern lit in the quiet of your chest. Outside the workshop, the night has deepened. The moon sails higher, its silver light spilling across rooftops and cobblestones, turning the village into a quiet painting. Crickets hum in the grasses beyond, their song steady and low, like a lullaby woven by the earth itself. The glassblower moves to the open window and lets the cool breeze wash over him. It carries the scent of pine from the woods, the faint salt of the distant sea, and the hush of leaves rustling in gentle rhythm. He closes his eyes, breathing it in, allowing the freshness to mingle with the lingering warmth of the furnace. Behind him, the finished orb glows faintly on the cloth, as though it has borrowed a piece of the night sky and tucked it inside. In its depths, colors stir soft gold, quiet blue, a wisp of rose shifting and drifting like clouds at sunset. And as you picture it, let those colors drift into your own thoughts. See them swirling gently in your mind, warm gold easing your breath, soft blue calming your heartbeat, pale rose wrapping you in comfort. Each shade a whisper, each glow a tender reminder that you are safe. Here, now, in this moment. The glassblower hums a tune-an-old song barely remembered, yet sweet and low. The sound joins the night air, carrying a rhythm that rocks you like a cradle. A rhythm that makes time itself soften, slow, and stretch. And as the melody fades, only silence remains, welcoming, tender, endless. The workshop is quieted, but the orb continues its subtle dance of light. It rests like a lantern of dreams, glowing not with fire but with calm that drifts outward as though the glass itself breathes serenity into the room. Glassblower lowers himself into his chair, the wood creaking gently beneath him. He leans back, folding his hands in his lap, and gazes at the glowing orb. His eyelids grow heavy, though his heart is light, filled with the hush of satisfaction after a long day's work. Outside, the branches sway in the night breeze. You can almost hear their whispers, soft, leafy voices speaking in a language older than words. The air hums with patience, with peace, with time slowing, until it feels as though the stars themselves are holding still. And as you imagine yourself in this quiet space, let your breath mirror the rhythm of the night. Slow, steady, peaceful. Each inhale gathering the coolness of moonlit air. Each exhale releasing every tension, every burden. The orb shimmers once more as though answering your breath, glowing brighter when you breathe in, dimming softly when you breathe out. Back and forth, a gentle rhythm that ties your body and the world into one quiet harmony. The glassblower whispers, though no one is there to hear. Even in the darkness, beauty glows. And those words float like feathers into the stillness, settling gently into the night. The words linger in the air, soft as smoke rising from a candle before fading into stillness. The orb glimmers in reply, as if it too understands. Its light seems alive, not only reflected, but breathing, pulsing gently in rhythm with the world around it. The glassblower lets his hand rest on the arm of the chair. Its fingertips trace the grooves in the wood, worn smooth over the years. Each mark tells its own story. Of nights like this, one quiet nights filled with patience, of glass heated, shaped, and set into gentle glow. Beyond the window, the moon peers through drifting clouds. Silver light spills across the workshop floor, mixing with the orb's warm glow, until both colors blend, cool and warm. Shadow and fire painting the room in an endless dance. You may notice, as you breathe, how your body feels lighter, as though the stillness itself is carrying you. Each exhale sets you deeper into this peace, deeper into the soft night, deeper into the hush of glowing silence. The leaves outside stir again, brushing together with a rustle like a lullaby. And somewhere distant, an owl calls a low, steady sound, rising and falling, like a voice reminding the world to rest. The glassblower closes his eyes, trusting the glow to watch over the night. And in that trust, his heart settles, as yours can too's low, easy, calm. The orb glows on, a guardian of dreams. The words linger in the air, soft as smoke rising from a candle before fading into stillness. The orb glimmers in reply, as if it too understands. Its light seems alive, not only reflected, but breathing. It's pulsing gently in rhythm with the world around it. The glassblower lets his hand rest on the arm of the chair. Its fingertips trace the grooves in the wood, worn smooth over the years. Each mark tells its own story. Of nights like this, one quiet nights filled with patience, of glass heated, shaped, and set into gentle glow. Beyond the window, the moon peers through drifting clouds. Silver light spills across the workshop floor, mixing with the orb's warm glow, until both colors blend, cool and warm. Shadow and fire painting the room in an endless dance. You may notice, as you breathe, how your body feels lighter, as though the stillness itself is carrying you. Each exhale sets you deeper into this peace, deeper into the soft night, deeper into the hush of glowing silence. The leaves outside stir again, brushing together with a rustle like a lullaby. And somewhere distant, an owl calls a low, steady sound, rising and falling, like a voice reminding the world to rest. The glassblower closes his eyes, trusting the glow to watch over the night. And in that trust, his heart settles, as yours can too's low, easy, calm. The orb glows on, a guardian of dreams. The glow of the orb stretches across the workshop floor, painting gentle ribbons of light that seem to sway with their own quiet rhythm. Each ribbon wraps softly around the furniture, the walls, and even the air itself, until everything feels like it is part of a single breathing whole. The glassblower leans forward slightly, his hands resting lightly on the edge of the workbench. He watches the orb with a quiet patience, knowing that time moves differently here. Every second stretches, slow and expansive, as though the world itself has taken a deep, contented breath. Outside, the night continues its soft song. The breeze brushes the treetops, leaves whispering in unison, creating a lullaby carried gently through the open window. The stars glimmer faintly, flickering like distant lanterns, sharing their calm across the sky. And you, in this quiet moment, feel your own breath falling into rhythm with the night. Inhale, soft and steady. Exhale, releasing any tension, any thought that lingers too heavily. Each breath becomes a wave, carrying you closer to stillness, closer to a peaceful, dreamlike drift. The orb pulses softly now, as though it senses your presence. Gold, amber, rose, and pale violet swirl within its depths, mingling without effort, creating patterns that soothe rather than demand attention. You watch them unfold, letting your mind follow the gentle flow, letting your body sink further into comfort. The glassblower smiles faintly, smile not seen but felt, a quiet acknowledgement of the shared calm between craft, creation, and observer. And so the night holds you in its gentle glow, slow, soft, endless. The night has settled like a soft blanket over the village, and within the workshop, everything seems suspended in time. The glow of the orb bathes the room in gentle warmth, flickering ever so slightly, as though breathing alongside you. The glassblower shifts just enough to stretch his arms. The wooden chair creaking softly beneath him, a sound so quiet it feels like a whisper. He lets his hands rest again, relaxed, as the orb spins gently on the workbench, reflecting muted streaks of gold, rose, and amber across the walls. Outside, a faint breeze brushes past the window, stirring the leaves in a tender rustle. It carries with it the cool scent of night air mixed with the lingering warmth of the hearth. Every inhalation fills you with calm. Every exhale lets go of tension, till your body feels heavier and yet lighter, wrapped in comfort and ease. The glassblower's quiet presence fills the space with a subtle rhythm, one that you feel in your chest as much as you hear in the soft crackle of embers. His breath is slow, deliberate, guiding you to sync your own breathing to his peaceful cadence. In, steady, out, smooth, soft. The orb's glow shifts slightly, a pulse of light that seems to reach toward you, touching the edges of your awareness, inviting you to drift further. Golden hues ripple, blending into soft amber and a faint rose, like the gentle wash of dawn arriving in a dream before the sun has risen. And as you settle deeper into your chair or bed, your eyelids heavy, your mind softening, you realize that the workshop, the orb, the glassblower, and the night itself are all here to guide you, to hold you in a cocoon of serenity, carrying you closer to sleep. The orb continues to turn gently on the workbench, its glow steady yet alive, as though it knows it is not just light, but a companion in this quiet night. Golden streaks melt into soft amber, and the faintest hints of rose weave through, like whispered notes of a lullaby, wrapping the room in calm. The glassblower sits in quiet reflection, hands resting loosely in his lap, eyes half closed as if listening to a music only he can hear. You feel the rhythm of his stillness settling around you, a gentle tide that carries your thoughts into soft, slow currents. Each breath you take moves in time with this quiet pulse. Inhale, exhale, warm, calm, steady. Outside, the leaves sway with the night breeze, brushing together in delicate murmurs. A lone owl calls in the distance, low and measured, a soft sound that blends with the warmth of the room. Every sound is subtle, yet together they create a symphony of peace, a harmony made for drifting, for letting go. The glow of the orb shifts slightly again, casting gentle reflections along the walls, across the floor, and onto the glassblower's face. It is a dance of light, soft and patient, coaxing your mind into stillness, encouraging your body to relax completely. The warmth of the workshop wraps around you like a soft shawl. You may notice your shoulders loosening, your jaw unclenching, your heart slowing. Every part of you seems to answer the lullaby of glow and fire and night, allowing the quiet to fill the spaces left by any lingering tension. And as you sink deeper into the embrace of this glow, the world outside fades to a gentle hush, leaving only warmth, light, and the serene rhythm of your own slow, steady breath. The night holds the workshop in a tender stillness. The orb continues its gentle turn, golden and amber hues mingling with whispers of rose, as if each color knows precisely where it belongs. The glow feels alive, yet soft, reaching out just enough to touch your mind, guiding it toward calm without effort. The glassblower rests quietly, his hands folded in his lap, breathing slow and even. Each inhale gathers the warmth of the workshop. Each exhale releases anything that does not belong in this gentle night. The rhythm of his breath flows into the space around you, wrapping the room in a slow, invisible pulse. Outside, the moon glides across the sky, brushing the treetops with silver light. The breeze stirs softly through the branches, a muted rustle that blends with the occasional creak of the wooden beams. Every sound is gentle, each one a thread woven into the lullaby of night. The glow of the orb shifts again, a pulse of light that reaches toward your awareness, brushing softly against your thoughts. You notice the warmth spreading through your chest, moving down to your shoulders, your arms, your hands, and into the very tips of your fingers. Your body feels heavier, yet free, anchored in comfort and light. The glassblower hums a faint tune, so soft, it feels almost like a thought rather than a sound. The melody intertwines with the glow, the warmth, and the hush of the night, carrying your mind further into stillness. You feel yourself dissolving into the gentle rhythm of the room, into the glow, into the tender embrace of calm that surrounds you. And in this quiet and this soft illumination, you allow yourself to drift. Weightless, peaceful, serene. The orb sits on the workbench, glowing softly like a captured sunset, its light pulsing ever so faintly, as if breathing in time with the night. Golden streaks blend with amber and rose, painting slow-moving patterns across the walls and floor, inviting your mind to wander and settle in their warmth. The glassblower leans back, eyes half closed, listening to the hush of the workshop. The faint crackle of embers, the soft creak of wooden beams, and the whisper of wind through the open window weave together into a lullaby that fills every corner of the room. You feel this calm reaching into you, tugging gently at your muscles, loosening each one, till your body feels like soft clay resting in the hands of patience itself. Outside, the night stretches infinitely. The stars shimmer faintly, distant yet close enough to inspire wonder. A gentle breeze drifts past, carrying the faint scent of pine and earth. You inhale it slowly, and with each breath, your mind sinks deeper into stillness. Each exhale carries away the weight of the day, leaving only the soft rhythm of glow and night. The glassblower lifts a hand, brushing it lightly along the edge of the workbench. He hums softly, notes so delicate it seems almost invisible, that you can feel it, settling into your chest like a warm sigh, a reminder that all is well, that the night is safe, that rest is near. The orb pulses once more, a quiet heartbeat of light, and as you watch your eyelids grow heavier, your breath slows, your body melts further into comfort. You feel cradled, held, and soothed by this glow, by the gentle work of patience, fire, and quiet magic. The workshop feels suspended in time, each shadow and flicker of light lingering just a little longer than before. The orb glows gently, golden amber and rose swirling within, steady yet alive. Its warmth reaches across the room, brushing softly against your thoughts, encouraging them to slow, to soften, to drift. The glassblower sits quietly, hands resting in his lap. His eyes are half closed, and his breath is deep, slow even. With every inhale, warmth flows into the room. With every exhale, tension slips quietly away. You feel yourself following his rhythm, your own breathing sinking, slow and peaceful. A tide flowing in harmony with the gentle glow. Outside, the night carries a hush, leaves sway lightly, brushing together in whispers, carrying with them the cool scent of earth and distant pine. A lone owl calls somewhere far off, low and measured, blending seamlessly into the soft symphony of the dark. Each sound folds into the warmth of the workshop, each one a gentle lullaby guiding your mind toward rest. The orb's colors shift subtly, glowing a little brighter, then fading, a slow dance of amber, gold, and rose. You may imagine the glow reaching toward you, embracing you, filling every corner of your being with calm and serenity. Your shoulders release, your jaw unclenches, your heartbeat slows, and your mind melts softly into the stillness. The glassblower hums again, faintly, a note that feels like a feather against your ear. The warmth, the glow, the quiet, and the hum all combine into a tender, unbroken lullaby. And in this moment, you allow yourself to drift further, weightless, calm, embraced by the gentle magic of night and light. The orb spins slowly on the workbench, its soft glow reflecting across the walls in long golden streams. The amber and rose hues ripple like liquid light, curling and twisting gently, creating patterns that soothe the mind and invite your thoughts to settle. The glassblower leans back, his hands folded loosely in his lap. Each inhale he takes seems to draw the warmth of the workshop into himself, and each exhale spreads that warmth quietly around the room. You feel yourself breathing alongside him, slow and even, your chest rising and falling in perfect harmony with this peaceful rhythm. Outside, the breeze whispers through the trees, brushing the leaves with tender rustling sounds. The faint call of an owl travels through the night, steady and calm, blending with the soft hum of the glassblower's work. Every sound is a thread in the quiet tapestry of the evening, wrapping the world in gentle serenity. The glow of the orb shifts softly, shimmering like distant stars reflected on a tranquil lake. You may imagine the warmth radiating from it, moving across your shoulders, down your arms, into your fingers, and finally settling deep within your chest. With every breath, the calm spreads further, every muscle softening, every thought slowing. The glassblower hums a delicate tune, barely audible, yet you feel it, like the echo of a dream brushing against your mind. The orb pulses in time with the melody, and you notice how the warmth and glow carry a quiet invitation to release, to rest, to drift deeper into comfort and peace. And as you let yourself sink further into this gentle embrace, the world outside grows distant, and only the soft glow, the hum, and your steady breath remain. The orb glows steadily, its amber and golden light swirling with delicate hints of rose. Each movement is slow and unhurried, like sunlight drifting through a quiet morning mist. The glow fills the workshop gently, reaching into every corner, brushing the walls, the floor, and your thoughts with warmth and calm. The glassblower sits quietly, hands resting loosely in his lap. He breathes slowly, deeply, and each breath seems to ripple through the room. Inhale, drawing in the soft warmth and glow. Exhale, releasing tension, worry, and fatigue. You find your own breath naturally following, slow, and even merging with the rhythm of the workshop. Outside, the night hums softly. A gentle breeze stirs the trees, the leaves brushing together in a hushed, calming murmur. Somewhere distant, a night bird calls, low and steady, echoing through the quiet. Each sound is a tender thread in the lullaby of the night, pulling your mind further into serenity. The orb shimmers slightly, catching the faint reflection of moonlight through the window. Its glow ripples across the walls like liquid warmth, creating soft patterns that seem to move with a quiet intelligence, guiding your thoughts to drift and settle. The Glassblower hums again, a melody so gentle it feels like a feather brushing against your ears. The light pulses softly in time with the hum, reaching out as if to cradle your mind, your body, your very spirit. You feel yourself sinking deeper into this calm, letting the glow, the warmth, and the night carry you gently toward rest. And in this serene embrace, you can feel the world soften, leaving only peace, warmth, and the quiet heartbeat of glowing light. The orb's glow fills the workshop like a quiet sunrise, though the night still stretches outside. Golden amber and soft rose swirl together, moving slowly, as though painting gentle stories across the walls. The light is calm, patient, and steady, inviting every thought in your mind to settle like dust on a still surface. The Glassblower leans back, eyes half closed, hands resting loosely in his lap. Each breath he takes seems to carry a wave of calm through the room, through the glow, and into you. Inhale, gathering warmth and light. Exhale, letting go of worry, tension, and the lingering noise of the day. Each breath slows your body further. Each one softens your mind until you feel fully cradled in the quiet. Outside, the night is tender and hushed. Leaves brush gently in the wind, whispering as though they too are part of this lullaby. Far off, a night bird calls, steady.com, and measured its soft voice blending seamlessly into the hum of the workshop and the gentle pulse of the orb. The Glassblower's work is done, yet the orb continues to turn slowly, its glow a living lullaby. It casts reflections across the walls that seem to rise and fall in rhythm with your heartbeat, guiding your thoughts into soft, flowing patterns. You may notice a gentle warmth spreading from your chest, down your arms, your legs, your entire body. Each pulse of the orb, each breath of the Glassblower, each hush of night carries you further into stillness, deeper into a state of complete relaxation. And as you sink into this calm, the glow, the warmth, and the quiet night hold you tenderly, inviting your mind to drift into peaceful, endless rest. The orb glows steadily on the workbench, a small sun of warmth in the quiet room. Its amber and golden hues ripple with faint touches of rose, moving like slow, gentle waves. Shimmer seems to invite your thoughts to slow, to fold inward, to rest in the gentle rhythm of the night. The Glassblower leans back, hands resting lightly on his knees. His breath is slow, deliberate, steady. You feel your own body mirroring this calm, inhaling warmth and light, exhaling tension and fatigue. Each inhale fills you with quiet serenity. Each exhale carries you deeper into a state of relaxation and ease. The workshop is bathed in soft shadows that sway slowly, touched by the orb's glow. The faint crackle of the embers mingles with the whisper of the night breeze outside, stirring the leaves just enough to add a gentle rhythm to the hush. Somewhere distant, an owl calls, low and measured, a note that blends seamlessly with the lullaby of light and warmth surrounding you. The orb pulses faintly, like a heartbeat of color, and the warmth radiates further into the room, softening the air, softening the space, softening every corner of your mind. You feel yourself melting into it, carried by the glow, by the hush, by the slow, steady pulse of night and light. The Glassblower hums a delicate tune, low and sweet, its rhythm invisible yet felt in your chest, in your thoughts, in the calm that surrounds you. And as you sink further into the embrace of this quiet, you notice the last traces of tension drift away, leaving only warmth, light, and the gentle lull of peace. In this moment, you are weightless, safe, and held. Cradled in the soft glow of night and the warmth of light and the gentle heartbeat of the world. The orb sits quietly on the workbench, its soft glow like a distant star held close. Amber, gold, and hints of rose ripple slowly through it, painting gentle streaks across the walls, the floor, and your mind. The light is steady, unhurried, like a heartbeat that does not rush, only guides you into calm. The glassblower leans back further, letting his hands rest loosely in his lap. His breath is a quiet tide, slow, deep, steady. Each inhale brings warmth into the room. Each exhale releases any tension, any remaining thoughts that have not yet drifted away. You follow his rhythm effortlessly, your own body and mind flowing in harmony with the soft pulse of his presence. Outside, the night continues its gentle song. Leaves brush together with soft whispers, carrying the scent of pine and damp earth. Somewhere far off, a night bird calls, low and measured, its song folding into the hush of the workshop. Every sound becomes part of the lullaby of glow, warmth, and peace. The orb pulses faintly, as if breathing, its light reaching into the room and into you. You may feel warmth spreading through your chest, down your arms, through your legs, and into every fingertip. Your muscles relax further, your mind softens. The quiet rhythm of light, breath, and night carries you deeper into serenity. The glassblower hums softly, a note so faint it feels like a feather brushing against your awareness. It blends with the glow, the hush, the night, wrapping you in calm and comfort. And as you sink further, you realize the world has softened entirely. The glow, the warmth, and the stillness surrounding you. It's holding you in perfect peace. The orb glows gently on the workbench, a small sun of warmth and light in the quiet room. It got its colors, gold, amber, and faint rose shifts slowly, blending together like liquid silk, casting soft patterns across the walls and floor. Each ripple of color invites your mind to release, to let go, to fold inward into calm. The glassblower sits quietly, hands resting lightly in his lap, eyes half closed. His breath flows in a slow, steady rhythm, and you feel yourself falling into that same cadence. Inhale, exhale, inhale. Smooth, gentle, comforting. Breath carries warmth deeper into your body. Each exhale releases tension, stress, and thought, leaving only stillness. Outside, the night hums softly. The leaves rustle with a tender breeze, and the distant call of a night bird folds into the quiet. The world feels suspended, gentle, and serene, as if the very air is guiding you toward rest. The orb pulses faintly, its glow reaching out, brushing softly against your awareness. Warmth flows from your chest, through your arms, down your legs, into your fingers and toes. Every part of you softens, every muscle loosens, every thought drifts into stillness. The glassblower hums a note barely audible, yet you feel it in the quiet spaces within yourself. The glow, the warmth, the hum, and the night join together in a tender lullaby. And as you sink deeper into this calm, the world outside fades completely, leaving only peace, light, and the gentle heartbeat of the glowing orb. You are held, you are safe. You are ready to drift into rest. The orb glimmers softly, its amber, golden, and rose light weaving gentle patterns across the workshop. Each shimmer feels alive, a tender rhythm of warmth and calm that slowly spreads through the space, touching every corner, every thought, every breath. The glassblower sits quietly, hands resting loosely in his lap, eyes softened and half closed. His breathing is slow, steady, and deep. You find your own body following effortlessly, inhaling warmth and peace, exhaling any tension, any lingering thoughts, until each breath becomes a soft wave carrying you deeper into serenity. Outside, the night continues its quiet lullaby. Leaves sway in a tender breeze, whispering gentle rustles, and far-off stars twinkle faintly through the darkness. The soft hoot of a distant owl folds into the symphony of stillness, each sound weaving together like a comforting blanket around your mind. The orb pulses lightly, a quiet heartbeat of color and warmth. Golden light flows into your chest. Amber spreads through your arms. Rose drifts through your legs and fingers, filling you with a sense of deep, encompassing calm. Your body feels lighter yet entirely supported, as if the glow itself is holding you in perfect balance. The glassblower hums a soft, delicate tune barely audible. Yet it seems to resonate with the rhythm of the orb and the hush of the night. You feel the melody in your chest, in your mind, in every fiber of your being. And as you sink further into this calm, the world outside fades completely, leaving only warmth, light, and the gentle embrace of serenity. In this glow, in this hush, in this quiet rhythm, you are cradled completely. The orb glows steadily, golden and amber light blending with soft whispers of rose, flowing like a slow river across the walls and floor. Its warmth fills the room, spreading outward in gentle waves that seem to caress the air itself. Each shimmer, each pulse, feels like a heartbeat, steady and calm, inviting your mind to soften and drift. The glassblower rests quietly, his hands folded loosely in his lap. His breath is slow, deep, and even, and you find your own breathing aligning naturally. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Soft, steady, and comforting. Each breath carries warmth deeper into your body, releasing tension and any lingering thoughts, leaving only stillness and peace. Outside, the night hums gently. Leaves sway in a tender breeze, brushing together softly. A distant owl calls once more, low and measured, folding seamlessly into the hush of the workshop. The world beyond the window feels far away, distant, leaving only the soft rhythm of night, the warmth of the orb, and the gentle presence of the glassblower. The orb pulses faintly, its glow reaching into your awareness like a comforting touch. Warmth spreads from your chest, down your arms and legs, flowing through your fingers and toes. Your body loosens completely, your mind softens. Every corner of your being melts into this quiet, tender space. The glassblower hums a note, faint yet resonant, blending with the glow and the hush of night into a lullaby that carries you deeper. You feel held, safe, and cradled in this gentle embrace. And in this serene rhythm of light, warmth, and stillness, you drift further, weightless, peaceful, and completely at rest. The orb glimmers with soft, living light, amber and gold, flowing together with hints of rose, painting slow, fluid patterns across the workshop. Each shimmer moves like a tender wave, inviting your thoughts to settle, your mind to soften, your body to relax. The glassblower sits quietly, his hands resting gently in his lap. His breath is slow and deliberate, each inhale drawing warmth and calm into the room, each exhale releasing any lingering tension or thought. You follow this rhythm effortlessly, your own chest rising and falling with the pulse of the night. The glow, the gentle hush surrounding you. Outside, the night continues to breathe softly. Leaves brush together in the breeze, whispering like silk against the earth. A distant owl calls, low and steady, adding to the quiet symphony of night sounds. The world feels suspended in this gentle lull, each element harmonizing perfectly with the others. The orb pulses faintly, a quiet heartbeat of warmth and light. Golden and amber glow spreads through your chest. Soft rose drifts across your limbs, filling every inch of you with a sense of deep, encompassing calm. Your muscles loosen, your mind softens, and your entire body seems to float in the gentle embrace of the orb's light. The glassblower hums again, a soft melody that blends seamlessly with the glow and the night's hush. You feel the note resonate deep within your chest, your mind, your being, drawing you further into peace, further into weightless serenity. Dea. And here, in this quiet, in this glow, in this gentle rhythm of night and light, you are completely cradled, safe, and ready to drift deeper into rest. The orb glows steadily, its amber, golden, and rose lights swirling in a slow, tender rhythm, painting gentle patterns across the workshop. Each pulse feels like a heartbeat, steady, calm, and guiding, inviting your mind to release, to fold inward, to rest deeply. The glassblower sits quietly, hands resting lightly in his lap. His breathing is slow, deep, and even, and you feel your own body following naturally. Inhale, drawing in warmth, light, and calm. Exhale, letting go of tension, stress, and lingering thoughts. Each breath deepens the serenity within you, carrying you closer to stillness and peace. Outside, the night hums gently. Leaves sway softly in the breeze, brushing together in a tender, rhythmic murmur. The faint call of a distant owl blends seamlessly into the quiet, adding its note to the lullaby of the workshop. The world feels far away, leaving only the warmth, light, and calm within the room. The orb pulses softly, radiating warmth that spreads through your chest, down your arms, across your legs, and into your fingertips. Each pulse loosens your muscles, softens your mind, and melts every corner of tension until your entire being floats in perfect calm. The glassblower hums a delicate tune, barely audible, yet it resonates through your chest, through your mind, through the soft glow of the orb. And as you sink further into this embrace, the glow, the warmth, the lull of night, and the gentle heartbeat of the orb carry you deeper into a weightless, peaceful rest. You are cradled. You are safe. You are held in light and calm, drifting gently into serene sleep. The orb glimmers softly, amber, gold, and rose flowing together in slow, liquid patterns. Each shimmer moves with quiet grace, touching the walls, the floor, the air, and your mind, guiding every thought to ease, every muscle to release, every breath to slow. The glassblower sits quietly, his hands resting gently in his lap. Each inhale draws warmth and light deeper into the workshop. Each exhale releases the weight of the day, letting it drift quietly away. You find your own body mirroring his rhythm, your breath steady, your mind softening, your heart slowing in perfect alignment with the calm around you. Outside, the night sings softly. Leaves brush together in a gentle breeze, carrying the cool scent of pine and earth. Far off, a nightbird calls, low and steady, joining the hush of the workshop. Each sound becomes a tender thread, weaving a blanket of serenity around you, enveloping you completely in stillness. The orb pulses gently, a heartbeat of warmth and light. Golden hues spread through your chest, amber flows into your arms and legs, and rose drifts delicately across your shoulders and fingertips. You feel every part of your body soften, every thought slow, and your entire being surrender to the glow's tender embrace. The glass blower hums a faint melody, soft and continuous, blending with the light and the hush of the night. You feel it resonate deep within you, carrying you further into calm, deeper into weightless serenity. And here, in the glow, in the warmth, in the gentle rhythm of night, you are fully cradled, safe, and ready to drift into the most peaceful rest. The orb's light flows gently, amber, gold, and soft rose weaving together in a slow, mesmerizing dance. Each ripple spreads warmth and calm across the workshop, touching the walls, the floor, and your own awareness. The glow is steady, patient, and alive, guiding every thought to stillness, every breath to ease. The glassblower rests quietly, hands loose in his lap, eyes softened. His breath is slow, steady, and deep. Inhale, bringing in warmth and serenity. Exhale, letting go of tension, stress, and wandering thoughts. You follow naturally, sinking deeper with each breath, your body softening, your mind drifting gently into peace. Outside, the night hums softly. Leaves stir in a tender breeze, their whispers joining the quiet lullaby of the workshop. A distant owl calls low and calm, folding perfectly into the rhythm of the night. Every sound, every shift of air, every pulse of light becomes part of the serene symphony enveloping you. The orb pulses faintly, radiating warmth that travels from your chest, through your arms, down your legs, and into your fingertips. Each pulse loosens your muscles, softens your thoughts, and carries your mind and body further into stillness. The glassblower hums a faint melody, barely audible, yet it resonates deeply. Blending seamlessly with the orb's glow and the hush of night, you feel held, supported, and cradled, every breath and heartbeat merging with the gentle rhythm of this peaceful space. And in this serene light, you drift further, weightless, calm, and ready to surrender completely to the embrace of rest and quiet sleep. The orb glows steadily, golden, amber, and soft rose hues, intertwining like slow-flowing ribbons of light. Each movement is tender and deliberate, touching the walls, the floor, and the very air around you, inviting your thoughts to settle, your body to soften, and your mind to drift deeper into calm. The glassblower sits quietly, hands resting loosely in his lap. His breath is slow, deep, and steady. Inhale, drawing warmth, calm, and gentle light into your being. Exhale, letting go of any tension, worry, or lingering thought. Each breath sinks you further into the gentle rhythm of the workshop, the glow, and the tender hush of night. Outside, the night sings in subtle tones. Leaves sway in the breeze, whispering softly as they move. A distant owl calls once more, low and measured, its voice blending seamlessly into the quiet lullaby of the room. Each sound folds into the calm, creating a cocoon of serenity around you. The orb pulses gently, radiating warmth that flows from your chest to your limbs, down into your fingers and toes. Your muscles soften, your mind drifts, and your entire body melts into the tender embrace of the glow. The glassblower hums a delicate tune, soft and continuous. Its melody resonates deeply, joining with the orb's glow and the gentle rhythm of the night. You feel held, cradled, and completely supported, allowing yourself to drift weightless, peaceful, and entirely at rest. And here, in the glow, in the warmth, in the soft hush, you are completely safe, embraced, and ready to float fully into restful sleep. The orb glimmers with gentle, steady light, gold, amber, and soft rose, swirling like liquid warmth. Each ripple touches the walls, the floor, the air, and your own awareness, inviting your thoughts to settle, your body to soften, and your mind to drift deeper into calm. The glassblower sits quietly, hands resting loosely in his lap, eyes half closed. His breath flows slow, steady, and even. Inhale, drawing warmth, light, and serenity into every corner of your being. Exhale, letting go of tension, fatigue, and any lingering thoughts. Each breath carries you further into stillness and peace. Outside, the night is soft and tender. Leaves rustle gently in the breeze, carrying whispers of pine and earth. A distant owl calls, low and calm, blending perfectly into the quiet rhythm of the workshop. Each sound, each movement, becomes part of a gentle lullaby that cradles your mind and body in serenity. The orb pulses faintly, radiating warmth through your chest, down your arms, across your legs, and into your fingertips. Every pulse loosens your muscles, softens your thoughts, and carries you further into complete relaxation. The glassblower hums a soft, delicate tune, almost inaudible, yet you feel it resonate deeply within your chest and mind. Its gentle vibration blends seamlessly with the orb's glow in the hush of night, holding you safely in its embrace. And here, in this tender light, in this quiet warmth, in this rhythmic hush, you drift deeper weightless, calm, and fully surrendered to the peaceful embrace of night and rest. The orb glimmers with gentle, steady light, gold, amber, and soft rose, swirling like liquid warmth. Each ripple touches the walls, the floor, the air, and your own awareness, inviting your thoughts to settle, your body to soften, and your mind to drift deeper into calm. The glassblower sits quietly, hands resting loosely in his lap, eyes half closed. His breath flows slow, steady, and even. Inhale, drawing warmth, light, and serenity into every corner of your being. Exhale, letting go of tension, fatigue, and any lingering thoughts. Each breath carries you further into stillness and peace. Outside, the night is soft and tender. Leaves rustle gently in the breeze, carrying whispers of pine and earth. A distant owl calls, low and calm, blending perfectly into the quiet rhythm of the workshop. Each sound, each movement, becomes part of a gentle lullaby that cradles your mind and body in serenity. The orb pulses faintly, radiating warmth through your chest, down your arms, across your legs, and into your fingertips. Every pulse loosens your muscles, softens your thoughts, and carries you further into complete relaxation. The glassblower hums a soft, delicate tune, almost inaudible, yet you feel it resonate deeply within your chest and mind. Its gentle vibration blends seamlessly with the orb's glow in the hush of night, holding you safely in its embrace. And here, in this tender light, in this quiet warmth, in this rhythmic hush, you drift deeper weightless, calm, and fully surrendered to the peaceful embrace of night and rest. The orb glows steadily, its amber, gold, and soft rose colors swirling in a slow, fluid rhythm, painting gentle streaks across the workshop. Each ripple of light feels alive yet tender, inviting your thoughts to soften, your muscles to relax, and your mind to drift gently into calm. The glassblower sits quietly, hands resting loosely in his lap, His breath flows slow and steady, a rhythm that naturally guides your on-inhale, filling yourself with warmth and serenity. Exhale, releasing tension, fatigue, and lingering thoughts. Each breath deepens the stillness, carrying your body and mind further into a peaceful state. Outside, the night hums softly. Leaves brush together in a gentle breeze, their whispers mingling with the faint call of a distant owl. The sounds form a quiet symphony, weaving a blanket of calm that wraps around you, cradling your senses and quieting your mind. The orb pulses faintly, radiating warmth that spreads from your chest to your arms, down your legs and into your fingers and toes. Every part of you softens, every thought slows, and your entire being sinks into the embrace of light and stillness. The Glassblower hums a soft, continuous tune, barely audible, yet felt in the depths of your chest and mind. The melody blends with the glow and the hush of night, holding you safely in its gentle rhythm. You are weightless, peaceful, and fully embraced, drifting further into calm and serene sleep. And here, in this tender glow, in this quiet warmth, in this rhythmic hush of the night, you are completely safe, supported, and ready to float effortlessly into restful dreams. The orb glimmers softly, amber, gold, and hints of rose flowing together like liquid light. Its gentle pulses touch every corner of the workshop, painting slow, tender patterns across the walls and floor. Each ripple of light invites your mind to slow, your body to soften, and your thoughts to settle into a calm, peaceful rhythm. The Glassblower sits quietly, hands resting loosely in his lap. His breath is slow, deep, and steady. Inhale, drawing warmth and soft light into your chest. Exhale, releasing tension, stress, and any lingering thoughts. With every breath, your body melts further into comfort. Your mind drifts deeper into serene stillness. Outside, the night whispers softly. Leaves sway gently in the breeze, brushing against one another with tender rustles. A distant owl calls low and steady, adding its quiet note to the lullaby of the workshop. Each sound folds into the calm, creating a cocoon of serenity that surrounds and embraces you completely. The orb pulses faintly, radiating warmth that spreads from your chest to your arms, down your legs, and into your fingertips. Every muscle relaxes, every thought slows, and your entire being floats gently in the embrace of the orb's light. The Glassblower hums, a faint, delicate tune, blending seamlessly with the glow and the hush of the night. You feel it resonate through your chest, your mind, your entire being, carrying you further into calm, weightless serenity. And here, in the soft glow, in the tender warmth, in the gentle rhythm of night and light, you are completely cradled, safe, and ready to drift fully into peaceful, restorative sleep. The orb glows steadily, amber, gold, and soft rose swirling together in a slow, gentle dance. Each shimmer spreads warmth and calm across the workshop, touching the walls, the floor, and your own awareness. The light feels alive yet tender, guiding your thoughts to slow, your muscles to release, and your mind to drift effortlessly into calm. The Glassblower sits quietly, hands resting lightly in his lap. His breath is slow, steady, and deep, bringing warmth, light, and serenity into every corner of your being. Exhale, releasing tension, lingering thoughts, and the day's remnants. Each breath pulls you further into the gentle rhythm of the workshop, deeper into stillness and peace. Outside, the night hums softly. Leaves brush together in a gentle breeze, their whispers carrying the scent of pine and earth. A distant owl calls low and measured, blending seamlessly into the quiet lullaby of the room. Each sound folds into the calm, creating a cocoon of serenity around you. The orb pulses gently, radiating warmth that travels from your chest through your arms, down your legs, and into your fingertips. Every pulse loosens your muscles, softens your thoughts, and carries your body and mind further into a state of weightless calm. The Glassblower hums a delicate melody, soft and continuous. Its faint vibration blends with the orb's glow and the hush of night, holding you safely in a tender embrace. And as you sink further into this gentle rhythm, the glow, warmth, and quiet night carry you deeper into restful, peaceful sleep. The orb's gentle light ripples softly, amber, gold, and hints of rose swirling in slow, soothing patterns across the workshop. Each shimmer moves like a soft wave, inviting your thoughts to settle, your body to soften, and your mind to drift deeper into calm and serenity. The glassblower sits quietly, hands resting lightly in his lap. His breathing flows slow, steady, and even. Inhale, drawing warmth and peaceful light into every corner of your being. Exhale, letting go of tension, stress, and lingering thoughts. Each breath guides you deeper into the rhythm of the workshop, the glow, and the hush of night. Outside, the night whispers gently. Leaves sway in a tender breeze, brushing softly, carrying the faint scent of pine and earth. Far off, a night bird calls low and calm, folding perfectly into the lullaby of the quiet room. Every sound, every movement, becomes part of the gentle rhythm surrounding you, cradling your mind and body in serenity. The orb pulses faintly, radiating warmth from your chest to your arms, through your legs, and into your fingertips. Every muscle softens, every thought slows, and your entire being floats in the tender embrace of light and calm. The glassblower hums a soft, continuous tune, almost inaudible, yet felt in your chest, your mind, your entire being. The melody blends seamlessly with the glow and the hush of night, holding you safely in its gentle rhythm. And here, in this warm glow, in this quiet hush, in the soft rhythm of night, you are fully cradled, weightless, peaceful, and ready to drift completely into restorative sleep. The orb glows softly, amber, gold, and delicate rose swirling slowly like liquid light flowing through the quiet workshop. Each shimmer touches the walls, the floor, and your mind, inviting every thought to soften, every muscle to release, and every breath to slow into calm. The glassblower sits quietly, hands resting loosely in his lap, eyes half closed. His breath flows slow and steady. Inhale, drawing warmth, light, and serenity into your being. Exhale, releasing tension, stress, and any lingering thought. Each breath carries you further into stillness and peace, letting your body melt into comfort. Outside, the night hums softly. Leaves brush together in a gentle breeze, whispering with tender rhythm. A distant owl calls low and steady, blending perfectly into the lullaby of the workshop. Each sound folds into the calm, creating a cocoon of serenity that wraps around you completely. The orb pulses gently, radiating warmth that spreads from your chest, down your arms, through your legs, and into your fingertips. Every pulse relaxes your muscles, softens your thoughts, and carries your entire being further into calm, weightless serenity. The glassblower hums a faint melody, blending seamlessly with the orb's glow and the hush of night. You feel held, cradled, and fully supported. The soft light, the warmth, the rhythm of breath, and the gentle hush carry you deeper, inviting your mind and body to drift fully into restful sleep. And here, in this gentle glow, in this quiet warmth, in this rhythmic hush, you are safe, embraced, and ready to float peacefully into dreams. The orb glimmers with soft, living light, amber, gold, and subtle rose weaving together in a slow, mesmerizing dance. Each ripple spreads warmth and calm through the workshop, touching every wall, every corner. In your very awareness, inviting your thoughts to settle and your body to soften. The glassblower sits quietly, hands resting lightly in his lap. His breath is slow, deep, and steady. Inhale, bringing warmth and gentle light into your being. Exhale, releasing tension, worry, and any lingering thought. Each breath guides you further into stillness, deeper into serene calm, until every muscle, every fiber of your body feels weightless. The night hums tenderly. Leaves sway in the breeze, whispering softly as they move. A distant owl calls low and measured, blending seamlessly into the hush of the workshop. Each sound becomes part of a gentle lullaby, weaving comfort, peace, and security around your mind and body. The orb pulses faintly, radiating warmth from your chest down your arms, through your legs, and into your fingertips. Every pulse loosens your muscles, softens your thoughts, and carries you further into complete relaxation. The glassblower hums a soft, continuous melody, barely audible, yet deeply resonant. Its vibration blends with the glow and the hush of night, holding you safely in its tender rhythm. You are weightless, peaceful, and fully embraced, drifting further into calm, quiet, and restorative sleep. And here, in the soft glow, in the gentle warmth, and in the tender rhythm of night and light, you are completely cradled, safe, and ready to float effortlessly into dreams. The orb glows steadily, amber, gold, and soft rose blending together in a slow, fluid rhythm. Its gentle light spreads across the workshop, touching the walls, the floor, and your mind, inviting your thoughts to soften, your body to relax, and your awareness to drift gently into calm. The glassblower sits quietly, hands resting loosely in his lap. His breath is slow, deep, and even. Inhale, drawing warmth, light, and serenity into your being. Exhale, releasing tension, lingering thoughts, and any remaining stress. Each breath draws you deeper into stillness, letting your body melt into comfort, your mind settle into peace. Outside, the night whispers softly. Leaves sway gently in the breeze, brushing against one another with delicate rustles. A distant owl calls low and calm, blending seamlessly into the hush of the workshop. Each sound becomes a thread in the gentle lullaby surrounding you, weaving comfort and tranquility around your mind and body. The orb pulses faintly, radiating warmth that spreads from your chest to your arms, down your legs, and into your fingertips. Every pulse relaxes your muscles, softens your thoughts, and carries your entire being further into weightless serenity. The glassblower hums a delicate, continuous melody, barely audible, yet deeply felt within your chest and mind. Its rhythm blends with the orb's glow and the hush of night, holding you safely in its gentle embrace. You are fully cradled, supported, and drifting effortlessly into calm, restorative sleep. And here in this gentle glow, in this quiet warmth, in this soft rhythm of night, you are completely safe, embraced, and ready to float peacefully into dreams. The orb glimmers softly, amber, gold, and hints of rose swirling in slow, liquid patterns across the workshop. Each ripple moves with tender grace, inviting your thoughts to soften, your muscles to release, and your mind to drift deeper into calm. The glassblower sits quietly, hands resting lightly in his lap. His breathing is slow, steady, and even. Inhale, filling yourself with warmth and gentle light. Exhale, letting go of tension, lingering thoughts, and the weight of the day. Each breath carries you further into stillness, deeper into serene relaxation, until every fiber of your being feels weightless. Outside, the night hums tenderly. Leaves sway in a soft breeze, brushing against each other with gentle whispers. A distant owl calls low and calm, folding perfectly into the quiet lullaby of the workshop. Every sound, every movement, becomes part of the serene rhythm surrounding you, cradling your mind and body in comfort. The orb pulses faintly, radiating warmth from your chest through your arms, down your legs, and into your fingertips. Every pulse soothes your muscles, softens your thoughts, and carries your entire being further into peace. The glassblower hums a soft, continuous melody, blending seamlessly with the orb's glow and the gentle hush of night. You feel it resonate through your chest, your mind, and your being, carrying you deeper into weightless, restful calm. And here, in this warm glow, in this quiet hush, in this gentle rhythm of night and light, you are completely cradled, safe, and ready to drift fully into restorative sleep. The orb glows steadily, amber, gold, and soft rose swirling together in a slow, soothing dance. Each ripple of light spreads warmth across the workshop, touching the walls, the floor, and your mind, inviting thoughts to settle, muscles to release, and your breath to slow into deep calm. The glassblower sits quietly, hands resting loosely in his lap, eyes softened. His breath flows slow, steady, and even. Inhale, light and serenity into every corner of your being. Exhale, releasing tension, stress, and lingering thoughts. Each breath carries you further into the rhythm of the workshop, the glow, and the gentle hush of night. Outside, the night breathes softly. Leaves rustle gently in the breeze, brushing against one another with tender whispers. A distant owl calls low and steady, blending seamlessly into the lullaby of the workshop. Each sound folds into the calm, creating a cocoon of serenity that wraps around your mind and body completely. The orb pulses faintly, radiating warmth from your chest to your arms, down your legs, and into your fingertips. Every pulse relaxes your muscles, softens your thoughts, and carries you further into weightless serenity. The Glassblower hums, a faint, delicate tune, soft and continuous. Its gentle vibration blends with the glow and the hush of night, holding you safely in its tender rhythm. You are cradled, supported, and drifting effortlessly into calm, restorative sleep. And here, enveloped in light and warmth, in the gentle rhythm of night, you are completely safe, embraced, and ready to float peacefully into dreams.